It's working. Everybody's running. Yay. Hi, how are you? It's Lisa Loring, and I'm here to do a reading for maybe Thursday, January 26th. As I often say in the videos, the readings are for whenever they are. And whenever you hear them is exactly when you need to hear them. So despite the fact that I say it's, I'm reaching into help, get using the tools of tarot and oracle card decks of various voices. Sometimes it's Rumi, sometimes it's the body wisdom, which I've got those out again today. Sometimes it's the crystals, that card deck called to me. Whatever is out there that has something to, kind of some great wisdom to share with us to help us use the energy that's available to us on any given day to our best advantage to help us be our greatest and wisest self. Self, and then selves, right? When we serve ourselves well, when we're becoming our best and wisest self, that creates our own energy. And that absolutely, it's not even like it's a ripple effect that you're making right here that obviously creates a better world right in your own little pool. And your little pool is touching other little pools. We don't have to go too far into that. But it's true. Check your belief system on that, because I think a lot of people believe it and, give it lip service, but they don't believe that it's true. And the way we don't believe that it's true is we get really down deep. So let's look at the cards that came up. These energies are still sticking around, right? We can be in this upside down perspective, like the Hanged Man that came out first. And that is being really upside down, being upside down in our beliefs. What are we giving lip service to, but we're not actually embodying? And it's really interesting when we catch ourselves, we'll be like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm doing that. We make that a drama. That's the reaction. It's probably not a really great way to create change. I laugh because it's me. But if we can change it, we can turn that around, right? And we can be really more skillful with it, like this guy is when that's some skill. Like he's got great circus. He's got a great life. He's like, yeah, damn, I got this. He is surfing that thing. When we catch ourselves in these places where we are not walking our talk, where, what's going on around us is belying that, we're looking, it be lying, our lives be lying. When we look around at ourselves and we're like, oh, I am not really living my belief system, because if I were, then these things would be a little more harmonious going on around me, and I would be enjoying my life. It wouldn't be this looking down Five of Pentacles thing. It would be noticing that there's abundance and there's gifts, and we're in a more of a place of gratitude and joy. This resolute knight came up. So, this is that, I see where I haven't been living according to the things that I actually believe. But I'm going to start to live that way, and so that is living my passion. That is living my heart. Right. But this knight in this particular deck, this Knight of Wands, normally is a kind of a fiery, like all over the place guy. But in this particular deck, there are other knights that are far more reactive than this guy. And usually he would be the most reactive one in the deck. And he's not. He's like, I'm living my truth. He's ready to move on to the next stage of royalty, which be a queen or a king, or, working his own way on up to that emperor who we've seen in the past. And the Queen of Cups was the one who was in the center of it. She was like, you know what, we have, let's call through the emotions. Let's look through them. We have the skills to face things without fear. And the tree of life, the beloved is the tree of life, and all creation is the fruit. That light's a little shiny on there. Sorry. There we go. That's better. So that was the Rumi card that came up. And what really struck me was that this is a tree type of shape. And the trees were in the background of what caught my eye in that Knight of Wands. So there's a, this pentacle, 5 of Pentacles looks like a tree. So, the tree of life. And one of the, one touch of nature makes the whole world kin was a T tag on from William Shakespeare. And then another one that I got today was, one acorn, that the planting of one acorn is the place of many forests. It's just one small thing. We have to start small. We don't need to be experts. We've talked about this in these videos. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. And then appendix was the one that came up. And so we did a chakra. I ended up not doing that in my yoga class, but it didn't matter. We actually did do a Brahmari. We did a pranayama into the heart, which is the heart chakra. Duh. But anyways, yeah, we did I was going to do a whole chakra Brahmari. Brahmari is a bee breath. So this is a good one to do. So I'll teach it to you. So it's a deep breath in. And then you can place your hands. So the chakra system is anywhere from the root. You can just kind of sit on your hands, like on your butt. And then you get your tummy. That was the one that came up, your low tummy. And then your right above is your solar plexus, which is supporting the heart. And then you have your heart. And then you have your throat. All in through here, which includes your ears. Ears is actually the most important component of communication. And then the crown of your brow chakra, which is your intuition, and then your crown, which is is that connection, is that, back to the ripples. It could be unity. You can touch all of those places and take a breath in to that spot and then hum it. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Usually I do 3 in a row. There's 2. I don't know if we're going to do one more. I haven't been well lately, so maybe we will. I do too. I'm feeling better today. Anyway, at any rate, but yeah, you can breathe into each and every one of those, and then hum into that place. Like you can feel the vibration. It's really like low. It's your like bottom, your root chakra. It's actually at the perineum. Touch your butthole. Plain and simple. Oh, we have 2 that came out already. The High Priestess and the 7 of Pentacles. Oh, so speaking of seeds well planted, 7 of Pentacles. High Priestess. Oh, I love the High Priestess. Isn't she great? Such a fabulous card. I love that dress. I like that dress. Yeah, High Priestess, intuition, knowing. These 2 came out together. The seeds are planted for our inner knowing. I'm going to go ahead and angle the camera down so we can see. And I need to just turn this baby around. So we angle it down so you can see the cards. All right. And we're going to do these ones a little bit later. But yeah, for now, we've got the High Priestess and the 7 of Pentacles that have come out. What else do we have? So, okay, all right. So they're just popping on out. Ace of Swords. Not surprising. Not surprising. I'm looking at that goddess Lakshmi is still out here. And I see seeds in her. Oh no, those are coins. I thought those were seeds. All right, okay. All right, you guys the cards are super jumpy. So we have the Ace of Swords, the High Priestess, 7 of Pentacles. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and take this one, and the 2 of Pentacles, so juggling. And the King of Cups. So we had the Queen the other day, and now we have the King. So the King, I'll put him here so everybody can see that. So, okay, we have the High Priestess. High Priestess is intuition. This is actually the card of Aquarius as well. The card of Aquarius is also the star card. This is also the card of Pisces. Pisces and Aquarius. This is in service to spirit. In the traditional tarot, she usually has a blindfold on, similar to Justice, but Justice is different. Justice is, creating an opinion, landing an opinion on one side or the other. The high priestess is always considering, is taking in the totality of it, including the unseen. This is different from the Two of Swords, where you have another blindfolded individual. Again, the major arcana cards, which we have here, and we don't have anywhere else. We just have one. We have one court card out and an ace. But the high priestess is a major arcana. So this is dealing with spirit. This is like all of that karmic stuff, like that connection to unity. This is coming back here to that conversation again. I'm noticing the moon behind her, which is always part of a high priestess card. We did just have a fantastic, Aquarian new moon. And I just read some really interesting I've been working with an old journal and working with some old things that I've been transposing from one book to another. And in doing, I keep coming across some journaling things, and I came across a lot of things about the eclipses and about the eclipses that went from 2013 to 2016 between that occurred in Aries and Libra. Yes, Aries and Libra. All about our roles in relationship. I think we're coming to a culmination of that. Again, Dorothy Morgan, New Hampshire astrologer, she does a lot of like moon family stuff. I absolutely recommend her highly if you want to know like these like long-term phases of moon families and watching the progression and the timeline of what happens with that. I'll reference her in the description. And if you want to know about that and look back at like what was going on then and how it relates to things going on, she's really, really good with that information. And this stuff just kind of happened to come up, but it shows, it showed some things that were happening at that time back in, between the time frame between 2013 and 2016, and how that, I see where that's showing up in life. And I think that, what was going on then is just as true for anybody else as it is for me. The roles and relationships, like how we express ourselves. And I can't impress enough that when I say relationships, it's relationship to everything. It's how we relate to anything. The grass in the lawn outside your window. How what is your relationship with that now, and how do you relate with nature the way differently from when you did 10 7 years ago, kind of thing. And the number 10 is a manifestation number, and the number 7 is the number of spirits. So again, we're coming back to spirit. Like, what is our relationship to spirit? How has spirit infused our lives differently? What is our relationship with spirit? What kind of seeds have we planted? Number 7 card. So here we are with that 7. I keep going back to that number. What it was. It's 2023 now, right? And 2016 was 7 years ago. So, what kind of seeds did we plant 7 years ago? That's, what is our relationship with our spirit now? What is our relationship with that spiritual vibe in everything that is around us? And is that manifesting in real life? Are we walking our talk? I'm going to go back to that theme. I pull the cards, but I'm just intuiting, whatever's coming out of my mouth is, here from spirit. And I ask spirit to speak through me. What are the messages for the collective? These aren't just for me. There's an ace of swords. So the ace of swords is the beginning of the suit of swords. And this is an ace. This is an initiating kind of energy. And a sword is thoughts. Like, check in with your thoughts. Are your thoughts in alignment with those belief systems? If your belief system, if your heart is doing, again, here's the King of Cups at the bottom of the deck. He's got Saturn there. And just FYI, Saturn is in a very interesting transit right now where it will not come back to for another, yikes, I forget how many years. I forget how long. It's like 20 something years or whatever. It's at the 25th degree of Aquarius. 2 and 5 nets to a 7. Again, we're coming back to that 7. It's coming back to a spiritual degree. And that 3 of swords at the bottom again. Are we living according to our hearts? This is a very healing king. What are we healing here? What are the wounds that we are healing? And that 8 of Cups is at the bottom. I shuffled these, and there's that Knight again. So, these are pervasive themes. Like I said, I'm pulling those cards, and I'm not able to do, and Judgment is here. So, we're looking at things, we're making considerations, we're juggling. We're getting better at what we are juggling in the material world. Our finances, the things that we value, how things are showing up as what we value. Like, what do I value here? And our thoughts are really, really important. Watch your thoughts. Do they line up with the heart? And if they don't, that's good to know. That's good information. This is thoughts. This is perspective. This is processing. How do you process things? Like, take the time to look at, what kind of action your thoughts initiate. Again, so we'll go back. We've talked before. Mars is in Gemini. He's out of retrograde. He's been making this very historic turn through Gemini. He hasn't done a full forward retrograde and then forward back in Gemini since, I think, before World War II. Almost 100 years ago. And certainly not with these other aspects. So Gemini is the house of like thoughts, how we process things on the day-to-day level within ourselves. Our thoughts about ourselves, that self-talk. What kind of action is behind that? Is it something that's just continuing more heartbreak? We need to walk away from that. Absolutely. We need to heal that. But this is an opportunity to look for, and again, the only way that we heal that is to hear that self-talk, to look at it in the face with a sword and be like, no, we're not doing this. What kind of seeds do we want to be planting here with our spirit? I'll leave it at that. I'm going to pull a card from the Wisdom of the Body deck. Was that what I call it? Body Wisdom cards. I'm sorry I'm so sniffly. Like I said, I haven't been 100%. We got the appendix last time, right? So let's see what we've got to work with today, because we can work, this can give us some information about what kind of chakra. You can do that Brahmari breath. Again, it's a breath into wherever, any one of those chakras. You want to, look up the chakra system on the internet. On the web. I was going to say on the web. Well, in the web, again, back to spiders, interconnected. What you do for yourself is absolutely beneficial to others. I'm noticing this dolphin in the background. I never noticed that before. Be playful. That the Two of Pentacles, by the way, is a playful energy, by the way. It's juggling. So there's a playfulness, and that's what we want to bring to this. We want to bring a playful aspect. Because when we can bring a playful aspect, when we look at it and be like, yeah, like I said, I was like, yeah, that's 100% what I do. I laugh at it, but it's taken me a while to get there. I admit it's taken me a while to get there. So if you're not there, if you're not able to have humor with yourself and look at it in a playful manner, I understand that. I get it. I definitely have been that person. But, look at the rainbow over his head. He's basically tossing rainbows from one hand to the other. When we can look up and look at rainbow, and I'm drawn to the fact that, the chakra system is a rainbow, and you see a rainbow on this body's a rainbow. There's, the promise. If we can tap into that spirit, whatever is bigger than you, whatever it means divinity to you, whatever makes you pause. It could be, I've got here one card coming out here. Oh, the eyes, power of the mind, adequacy, truth. Is your body asking you, are you seeing something? What are you observing? What are you seeing? That's a picture. Are you honoring your vision? I love the life I have created. This one isn't, this isn't, remember I told you this card deck, I got wet. So I can't even actually see it. It's the eyes. And I just think that that's really interesting because, the power of the mind can be we can either use it to inspire us, like, and this sword coming out of the air, this inspiration, or we can use it as, we can cut the chains, or our thoughts can bind us up. It's all in what we want to see with that inner vision, and if we're looking at something with, cloudy eyes. Oh, you know what? I definitely wanted to draw crystals. My eyes are drawn to the crystal deck. So what's the crystal that we can work with? What's the crystal we're going to work with? I'm not looking. I'm looking up in the air because I'm shifting my eyes because I want to pick a card. I don't want to pick a card. Ooh, 2 came out. See, these cards are really jumpy today. Yeah, I've got dear God, dear Jesus, blessed mother, angels, my higher self, my nanny, my grandma, my Graham. It's like I call on all of these. What's your higher power? It's not just, it doesn't have to be, whatever. Okay, Amazonite. What it is. Amazonite is a brilliant blue-green mineral named after South America's famed river. The best Amazonite comes from actually Colorado. Interesting. Who needs it? Teeth grinders. Anyone struggling with Mercury retrograde. So anyone struggling with their thoughts, right? Where to put it? Place Amazonite below the throat, relax your jaw, and ask for the courage to speak your truth. When to use it? When your inner child wants a real talk with you. Ask yourself ask yourself what little you really wants from life. Does it sound like what current you would want if you could just let yourself want it? Perfect. Now say it out loud for the whole universe to hear and go make it happen. Speak from your heart. Girls and boys, I can't make this up. Children, I'm telling you, this is it. This, again, walk your talk. And the other one that came out is Hiddenite. Ooh. Can you see that? Hiddenite. I've got weird lighting. I got to fix that. All right. A variety of spodumene. I don't even know how to say that. Spodumene. Spodumene. Anyway, Hiddenite's green aura emanates the warm and fuzzies. If you tap into the stone's frequency and feel the buzz, you must have a big heart. Use it. Who needs it? French existentialists, future trippers, bad romantics. Where to put it? Hiddenite, like its cuddly pink cousin, kunzite, should be aimed at the heart. When you find yourself stuck in the past or too focused on the future, Hiddenite is down to make the most of every moment. If you're in a rut, call on Hiddenite to help you love your way out of it. Claim your happy place. So I'm telling you guys, I'll give you some essential oils. Let me get my book. So what do we have here? We've got Amazonite. Oh, no, that's all right. Amazonite. I forget I don't, one of these days, I go in this book so damn much that I'm going to definitely have it memorized one day. All right, 286, what is it? Fragrances, basil, bergamot, fennel, hyacinth, mint, and patchouli. So there's that. There's essential oils you can use with that. And Hiddenite. Oh yeah, it is in here. This is a really good book. This book. I think you could still get it. I got to get myself another copy, but it's the Complete Crystal Handbook by Cassandra Eason. I'll put it in the description. Fragrances: geranium, hyacinth, magnolia, rose, vervain. And it is also, yes, it's called Hiddenite or green kunzite. So there you go. That's the story. And I'm sticking to it. Listen, you guys have a great day. Rest of your day. If I don't get around to doing another reading tomorrow, I'll do them when I can. I had a practical exam this morning. Passed, yay. Yeah, just put your comments in. Ask me any questions you want. Direct message me, whatever. And yeah, just have a great day. Love you. Enjoy. Oh, I can't touch the screen.